Did you get your prescriptions fixed up for the week and your pill bottles? Did you make sure you did it correctly? Did you have a second set of pills that you or inhalers you're supposed to take in the evening? Did you get those set up? All that's crucial when you're living by yourself and when there's both of you are up in years. You can't count on each other covering each other. You have to take care of some responsibility for each other and yourself. Well, like I said, if you need a nurse to come help you out somewhat, go ahead and take the option. I recommend it. Absolutely. The best thing I recommend overall is make sure you have enough groceries in the house. Make sure everything's safe about the area in which you live in. If you can afford to have somebody come over, by your provider or whatever, do so. If you can afford to have a friend, I don't have many friends, like none. Um, Nobody comes over to my house, not even my family. I prefer it that way because for some reason nowadays, family thinks they can walk away with whatever you got, do whatever they want to with your stuff without your permission. Well, I don't have to worry about that right now, but everything's fine. But we still living alone, me and the wife. My wife's an outgoing person. I'm not. Used to be at one time, but not no more. Somebody said something to me a week ago about family secrets. And I said, yeah, everybody's got family secrets. Name somebody that doesn't. I don't know of any that doesn't have family secrets. How you doing? I hope all y'all doing great. Tell me what you want to hear about it. Maybe I might know it, maybe not. I know that everybody's worried about the coming up voting cycle, right? Well, I got good news for you. You feel bad. Well, either one or two things going to happen to you. That's what's happened to me. Either you're going to pull through, you're going to do something about it, or you're going to die. So I think I like the other options better. Don't you feel better? Yeah. Hi, back to you. Thank you for spelling my name correctly. I have the German spelling, not the English spelling of Marcus. That's where the K come in at. I think y'all's life are a heck of a lot more exciting than mine was, and it is now. All I know is something can happen to somebody, it's going to be me. No, I'm not a good gambler. You know, the scratch offs you can get at the store and all. I don't win. I don't. It's a guarantee throw your money away situation if I try it. Yeah, I was mentioning my nose earlier to somebody, not on this site. This is from boxing, martial arts. It's been broken quite a bit, kind of flattened out like this. It's been broken 6 or 7 years ago by a guy that was a drunk, that was the biggest bully on the block. Yeah. They also fractured my sinus thing right here. But tell you what happened. I got him out of the house, but I couldn't hit him. Of course, his brothers told him, and they come ask me, why didn't I beat the shit out of their brother? I said, because I had to get him out of the house. That's the only reason I didn't fight back. I said, when the police come around and find the splatter all over him, the blood and everything else, and yada, 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 he ain't coming back. And this had nothing to do with me. This has got to do with the wife I have now. This guy moved in on her. She had to live next door to stay away from that drunk son of a bitch that wouldn't leave. See, that kind of thing. People will intimidate females in a heartbeat. Anyway, I came over here, took care of the situation, and that was it. He was gone. And he stayed the hell away because the cops talked to him, and his brothers talked to him and explained to him what could have happened, should have happened, and I wasn't bullshitting about it. I don't give a damn how big you are, how bad you think you are, or what you are. Somebody's badder, meaner, and you don't know it. That's the scary part. You don't know who's what. So, that's what I did. That's how I got my nose broke again. And yes, my nose is prominent. I'm Cherokee Indian and a touch of white. According to DNA, a little bit of brother too. Or mother, whichever one. Well, thank you. I like my face just as it is. Thank God did a good job on it. I think things in general did a better job on it. What, get it fixed? Hell no. Too old for that. I don't even wear teeth for that reason. Why do I want to put teeth in just have to go brushing my teeth again and all that kind of crap? I don't do none of it. You think I want to make somebody else love me? I don't think so. Do I care what they think about me? I don't think so. I'm not here for a popularity contest at my age. I'm not here to be, what do you call it? Keeping up with the Joneses and stuff. I don't give a shit about that. I never have. But my wife taught me about money and responsibility about money. I never had such a thing. Thank you for saying nice things. It don't hurt to say nice things. I used to, growing up, think about some people, they wouldn't say nothing bad about nobody. You know, they knew bad. They wouldn't say it. And I asked them, I said, why won't you say anything bad? He said, so they were taught, if you ain't got nothing nice to say, don't say it at all. I thought that was kind of cool. But I couldn't do it. And I paid the price for it a lot of times. You say something about somebody behind their back or some talk shit, it's going to get back around and you're going to have to pay consequences, right? Hello, how you doing? Thank you for the hearts. Right back at you. Lord's been a blessing to me. Besides that, Lord's done things that you would not believe. I mean, simple things. You can say, well, you're just lucky or it's going to happen or whatever. This don't just happen. My wife is here with me, thank God. As you know, she died right here in the house. 5 o'clock in the morning, I heard a thump. Couldn't find her, and I've heard that body thump before, and it's usually they don't make it. She's laying on the floor. Her pupil is as big as her eyes is, and there's urine and whatever. She's dead. Check her heart, no heartbeat. I checked her carotid artery, no, she's not breathing, so she's not having a seizure. And I asked God, please, I need her. Can you please let her live? And by the time I got cleared her throat and pieced her nose and went to breathe for her, she came to. And she was very aware She didn't understand why she was on the floor. She just remembered she must have fell because her legs were bothering her, both of them. That's why she got up to walk it off and get some pickle juice, like I do. And she has a heart monitor on her now. They got one stuck to her. And they're trying to figure out what caused it. She had a sudden heart attack. Never had problems with her heart or anything else. She still doesn't. They checked her from head to toe, and she passed with flying colors. Electrolytes are good. Everything was fine. They don't understand why she had a sudden death. They know she didn't have a seizure. She passed all that because she was aware. Just I called the ambulance right away. They checked her out and checked her for, you know, stroke, all that kind of stuff. They checked her to make sure she didn't have a seizure. They looked for the signs because, they got out here as soon as they could and asked her to go, and she wasn't going because she was fine. She didn't understand why she was on the floor. I told her you died. I said, God brought you back. I said, did you see anything? No. Did you feel anything? No. I said, now you understand why I told you when I died. I didn't feel anything, see anything. The reason why you didn't feel anything or see anything, because we weren't going anywhere. Ain't nobody calling us. Whether it's Satan or heaven, nobody's calling us. We stay. They'll call us soon enough. Yeah. I rest in peace every time I close my eyes. When I wake it up, that's when the battle starts. I got another day like today. Check your medicines. Make sure you take your medicines. Make sure you take the stuff like you're supposed to. Once in a while, it don't hurt to look at the prescription, okay? Make sure you're taking it correctly. Our memories get faulty. I know mine does. Call the cops on you because you're illegal to be this pretty. Yeah, I know. I'm gorgeous. I believe that because remember, I got to look in the mirror. And every time I look in the mirror, I don't even recognize them. That brings me to a story. You ready for a good story? Here it is. I was on a medicine prescribed to me to save my life. Okay? For 15 years. So go 15 years back, how I look to where I am now. And all of a sudden I came to after a coma, getting off all that shit. Guess what? I'm old. What the hell happened there? Was that a shock? But like everybody else, people got a lot of problems way worse than I ever had. And you can see it on the internet. You can see everybody's woes. And I believe every one of you have had your trials and errors. Every one of us has had relationships. At our age, there ain't no virgins in this room, male or female. Somebody says, Marcus. I said, yes. Have you ever heard voices? I said, yeah. One in Grace Wild, I would hear my name called, just as crisp as it could be. Never thought much about it. Called it audio hallucination. I said, well, do you feel like you're being followed? I said, yes. At the time I was. This area which I live in, we have a federal law enforcement center, and they go around following everybody, training people for Secret Service and other agencies. They get recertification here and all that stuff. So, yeah, and I told the psychiatrist, open up her window, and there's a whole bunch of white cars in front of her building. Son of a gun. She says, I'm being serious about what I'm asking you. I said, I'm being serious right now. I'm not depressed. I never depress. I just don't. I mean, I'm like everybody else. I have my problems and I don't deal with them. I run just like everybody else does and figure to go away over time. It does. You say, have I experienced bad? Yes, I have. I experienced real bad. Just like anybody else. I've seen people die. I've seen people get mutilated. I've seen the worst in people, just like anybody else has. You can look on the internet and see the worst of the worst every day if you want to, if that turns you on. The best game I've ever played on any computer or on a phone, okay? The best game is life itself. You play, there's no reset button. In other words, you lose, you die. You're injured. That's how you lose. This is reality. Reality sucks. Reality can be beautiful too. But nothing lasts forever. But I want you to last forever, and I want you to have a good life forever, and I don't want you to go through what I went through. But some of us will. But we be survivors. I don't know how many AA and NA rooms I've been in all my life struggling with things. Absolutely. Never stood a chance. Nope. Never stood a chance. But I fought. I've talked to people all around the world. And a lot of them relate to what I'm talking about. Yeah, I don't care how many people, I don't repeat who you are, your call signs or anything. I don't promote people because this is where you get to be private. This is where you can be you. I know people don't get to eat every day. I know people don't get to have everything or even part of what they need to survive with. I've been to those countries. I've seen it for my own self. I've experienced it. Make a complete story. You may understand. You see on, your television or on your phone these different countries. The one thing you don't get to see or experience is the smells and the true effects of the environment on you. You don't get to see. That's very important. I remember I went to India one time. That's the nastiest friggin' place in the world. Smell? Oh my God. But they're used to it. Crowded? Absolutely. See them do shit that you would never do every day. Never ate the food and never drank the water. I'm sorry. I just couldn't. I don't care if I watched it be cooked in front of me. I watch people fall over for that crap months later. I've been overseas, yes, the Middle East. I've been over in Europe. I hate England. England sucks now. It's no longer England. I mean, Europe, I was raised in as a kid. That's no longer like that in Germany. I was raised in the military. All that was a disappointment when I went back to check it out when I was older. They no longer respected the GIs anymore, the American people. They spit on us. Of course, we rebuilt their country. See, the United States is the only country in the world that rebuilds their enemies and their potential enemies and rearms them and get disrespected for doing that. Out of the kindness of our heart, we gave back everything we had conquered. Who does that? We're 250 years old and we got no, what do you call it, standing in our own country for our own selves. We're always in flux of some sort. The only country that the young people destroy themselves. Every generation, same thing. It's up to us older people or more mature people, they say, to stand up for the ones that don't know any better. And we haven't been doing that. Look what's happening in New York City. Older generation did not stand up. Young generation, the gullibles, pick somebody that's a commie. There's a reason why we call them commies. Go to their countries and live and see how you like it. You may love it, but don't do it here. I like the freedom that I assume that I have. Even in a highly technical country like this. Y'all have a good day. I'm going to take off and good talking to you. See y'all later.